Welcome to the playoffs.
We talking about playoffs?
Playoffs? We talking about playoffs? You're right. Here we are. Kind of an agreement. Technically, that clip is about a team that's not playing well, which is the opposite of what we got going on here, where we are playing well. And you can see that right up your screen here. Like we said, we in playoffs. Right? These are the final standings after all the tiebreakers going on there. Fortunately for Ohio, we did not have to go through any tiebreakers there. Ball State was able to win last week. Unfortunately, we did not. But that's what we got to see right here. The ESC playoffs. That's a top. Oh, hey. So this is what we're looking at right here. 4 playing 5. Top of the bracket. Going to run into maybe Miami of Ohio, maybe Western Michigan. Game's never set in stone. Never set in stone till it is. Set a time record on a best of 7 series. That's right. That's right. We're going to see more.
You know, like Ohio and Pitt State, off-Eastern partners before games. They both know each other's play styles very well. Last year, they did take a map off OU. This year,
Dude, I could take a map off Ohio on Kingsville last year. All right, come on now. You know, we'll take you and me and some people from the crowd. We beat them on Kings Road last year. That's just kind of the state of that map. Yeah, no. You guys can't see it right now. You're watching the team in the huddle, but we're looking at it right now. Whoa. Whoa, dude, no faith in Western Michigan. No faith. That's true. You know, being the 4th and 5th seed, you always have that chance in the semifinals to go up against that 1 seed. You're just gonna have to be able to, keep going, play your game. You're gonna have to run into them anyways. So no need to worry about where you are in the bracket. Just go out there, play your game. Yeah. And, unfortunately, this is gonna be the last stream for us.
Yeah. So
See, they're gonna be taking it over for us. ESC's gonna be taking over the stream. They're going to have their own crew running these semifinals and championships. You guys should still tune in. It's going to probably be great games, no matter who's even playing. If you just, you love the sport like I am, right? Love the game. You just tune in the playoffs and when your team's not even playing.
Yeah, and I think Jeff Kuhn, right there, Reverend Jeff Kuhn.
Jeff Kuhn. All I know is Reverend Dr. Jeff Kuhn, first of his name.
All right, somebody had to get it right. I wasn't going to.
We use the complete honorifics, all right? He's earned and deserved. Yes. Reverend Dr. Jeff Kuhn, first of his name.
Yeah, and those guys are still waiting back there. They're ready to get started. It'll certainly be interesting to see how this map plays out. I'm ready for team break.
Oh yeah. I was not even planned.
All right.
They're just the little drones here, OU, and it's just say oh yeah, say oh yeah.
Well, they go back there. We do have a couple announced for tonight. Fortnite tournament. I believe it. I'm not positive if it's technically brought to you by Red Bull, but there will be Red Bull there. So, you know.
This Friday. I don't know the exact time.
7 to 8.
No build. I when I saw that announcement, I loved it. All right.
We might have to do
I'm
it.
a no build. I'm a no build type of guy. All right. No build enthusiast, dare I say.
Might just have to do it. I had 32 solo wins before they added speed building to Xbox.
Like the right trigger, left trigger, bumper.
That
Wow.
was the good old days. I think I might have.
Dude,
more
I was
sets,
like the first dude in my friend group to switch over to that.
That was a bad day for me. Anyway, varsity Valorant tryouts. Are you interested? Check in the Discord. What?
I need hit with it. We want you to try out for Valorant Varsity Esports.
Great people over there. 2 great coaches. Go on Discord, join the Valorant section, and then DM Coach Lemur. I believe just go in there. There's either a form or DM him, one of the two. I think both will work fine. If you have any questions, go ahead and DM Coach Lemur. He knows how to.
We're loading. We're loading. Listen.
Oh, are we loading in? Right.
I see it. I see it.
Okay. Very quick. Last stream tonight. Championships will
there,
be
done that,
on
yeah.
the 27th. So,
Anything else? We can move that up to the game.
I think. Yeah, we'll just move it after the game.
We'll move it after this first map here.
Right.
There we are. We're going to be going in right here.
Get ready.
Dexter Pittman on the tanking. We did see this not last week, but the week before when we were playing somebody else that's not in KU. Where they're going to see this OU team kind of take this high ground here. This has usually been very contested on this map, especially in the first part of it, just because you can't get the capture point just yet. But we're going to see an Orisa duel, so we're going to see a lot of sustained fights going on here, especially if OU can't really focus onto that tank going on right there. We're going on these offenses right now. Ohio University starting to make their way down the point. It's a 2 contest, not giving any free points. But Crazy Man G gets caught out with a spear and goes down pretty early to Wild Thing right there. Ohio University that does let the point go up, but nobody's really contesting right there. We're going to see Kent be the first one to go on to that right there. Dexter Pittman gets speared, did not have Fortify, was unable to minify that damage. And Ohio University is going to have to run away losing his first fight. Cozy, a blue card, both getting kills right there. Ohio University backing up a little bit. Crazy Man G switching off the Junkrat onto Cassidy.
Yeah, Kent with a very emphatic team fight win there. Of course, a blue card just absolutely chucking in damage the whole time and ended up getting 1 down at least. Probably could have gotten 1 or 2 more. But, you know, Wild Thing and Kosi also doing a great job in those fights. Kosi certainly taking the aggressive angles, and the Wild Thing just absolutely running down Ohio.
Dexter Pittman being really aggressive with that spear, able to get 1 immediately right there. Going to see Lucio going down real low, but Ohio University's not going to be able to capitalize maybe, but ABC Alcazar finally getting the melee right there. Going to flip the point and push them free off. We're going to see Lucio get him. Lucio, LeBron James blocking the path of escape, able to get that kill. Just getting a little bit more
LeBron with the block there, possibly.
a little chase down there.
A little chase down.
A little chase down block, if I don't mind. We do see just a pretty good. I think a lot of this game, especially with these double Orisas, it's going to come down to the spear accuracy from these tanks.
Yeah, certainly. And that's what it's going to come down to for a lot of this map. And of course, we do have Crazy Man G on the DPS tonight. An interesting thing for him, he's going to rock with it, and he'll do a great job, as I'm sure he will. And as I'm saying that, he instantly takes out a blue card to start this fight, and Kosi ends up using that pulse bomb and gets 1 more as well. Akusora returning the fire, though. And it does look like Ohio's going to be able to keep this point and win this fight. Akusora and Dexter Pittman, the ones left, and they do the darn thing.
Yeah, Cozy just kind of putting a band-aid on a wound right there, unable to help out his team. Got 2 eliminations, but was unable to turn that fight around for him. There's too much things going on right there. Now we're going to see Kent State try to go up, take out this high ground. The ultimate advantage, it looks like it is going to go to High University with 3 right there, but Kent State's going to have 2 loaded up probably by the time middle of this fight. If a blue card, Lex can stay alive for the majority of it.
Yeah, we do see Kent trying to take this high ground and force an OU to the low ground. Doesn't quite look like it's working for them, though. Dexter Pittman going in with that ultimate, and he's unable to get anybody with that beat drop, but it does end up taking a couple ultimates out from the side of Kent. A blue card does end up using his railgun. Doesn't look like he'll be getting anything with it, but Dexter Pittman very low. Oh, does end up going down. Cash right there. Wild Thing does end up getting Crazy Man G as well, but Akusora returns it with Kosi, and it's now a 3v4. Lex does end up getting water, though. It looks like Ohio's probably going to end up, yeah, they're just going to take this. They're just going to leave that fight right there. is what it is. Oh, never mind. We still have LeBron alive. A little attempted stagger right there. That'll certainly do a lot for the side of Kent. LeBron James trying to hold point to 99%, unable to do so, ends up on 96.
Now we're just going to see the exact same thing Kent did, retake point. Go start on this high ground right there. But we're going to see the ultimates go towards the favor of Ohio University there. We're going to see one right here immediately able to really force his team into a corner, put his own team on point, and keep him right there. We're going to see a boop right there. LeBron James trying to combo right there. That could have been dangerous.
It could have been dangerous. If one of the Kent State players had shown for a little bit longer from behind that wall, there was a good chance that would have landed, and he could have done a lot of damage there. Wild Thing does end up getting Crazy Man G in a blue card, does end up getting water. That was a very quick team fight win for the side of Kent. Oh, using quite a few ultimates in that, though. Posey, Wild Thing, and Frosty Knight, all using ults.
All of them developed middle of that fight right there. I don't believe they had any of those fights ready at the start of the fight, but as soon as they got him in the middle of the fight, they were ready to use them.
Yeah, certainly. And then Kent is also going to have two very aggressive ultimates for this last team fight here. We're going to see a railgun and a beat drop from the side of Kent. Ohio's probably going to try and focus that Lucio early on in this fight. They do use a Kitsune rush, though, to try and rush. They do not end up doing it. Kosi ends up getting Akusora from behind a wall. Kind of unfortunate. Crazy Man G is just going to be putting damage in, hoping for the best. Railgun coming out from Kent. It's not going to be enough for Kent to do so.
Situation right here. Does not have a lot of healing on him. He has to get on point to force his overtime. He's not going to be able to do so, and I believe we're going to see Ohio University going to have to drop onto point, just keep the overtime going.
Doesn't look like they'll be able to keep this going.
That's probably going to be the point too. Kent's
certainly
opting not to do it, as he probably won't be able there.
Water doing the most right there. If he may have been able to get away, he might have been able to try and keep Akusora alive a little longer, but it didn't end up working out. One down to Kent so far. 1 point down to Kent.
Yeah, we got plenty of game left to play. Don't worry about that. I think ultimates were there. I think the ultimates were there for Kent just a little more.
I would agree.
I think especially the utilization of the Kitsune rush. I think they got a little more eliminations from when their usage of the Kitsune rush.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that actually. But we do have Kent mostly staying the same.
I would assume Ohio's going to say the same. Akusora is just doing this thing to get his team just a little ahead of the fight right there.
Yeah, certainly. And this will come very, I guess, handy for this map. If you cap point first right here, it's very hard to actually kind of get into this point and really hold.
It's very easy to stall on this point.
Yeah, you can stall pretty easily, and if you're the first ones there and you have an aggressive angle, it's going to really benefit your team. And we do see that right here. Crazy Man G just trying to keep these nice little aggressive poke angles. Unable to do so, though. Does end up having to back out. Dexter Pittman does end up getting speared in the back, and he will have to retreat. Kent already pushing into this point. Akusora trying to just put some pot shot damage in from a distance. It's unable to do what he needs to do. Oh, Crazy Man G picking off Kosi. Start the fight right there, 4v5.
And there they go right there. Their boys are on the point right there. Just put as much pressure as they can. Dexter Pittman and a Wild Thing
got sectioned off right there, and a blue card is now in a very bad spot and is just downed by Dexter Pittman. Crazy Man G picking off Frosty Knight, and we do see a Lucio coming in for the last second contest there. We'll drop a couple more percentage, but I mean,
the way they flipped that switch so quick, they got one elimination. It was just everybody who's in that W key immediately starting to put pressure on that backline, especially getting a blue card.
Everybody pressed their W key thing right there, including Wild Thing. Wild Thing kind of went on a very aggressive run right there and got kind of just closed down by every person on the side of the OU team. Is what it is.
Crowd control is using from OU to keep him in that position right there to try to get him away from his team. And I think we did see that and utilize very well.
Crazy G does get speared from high ground right there.
Wild Thing has been pretty accurate with those right there. Dexter Pittman, I think that was a little bit of a prediction spear right there. We're going to have this ultimate come out. Dexter Pittman is trying his best to stay alive. We're going to see that right there. Akusora's going to go down to blue card. Dexter Pittman's finally going to go down. Last one's left alive. LeBron James, Water.
They have to get out of this. You do not want to stagger your supports. Not that these heroes are very staggerable heroes, but the rest of your team's right there. And with Kent pushing up like this the way they are, if they're not on point, they can probably take advantage and maybe get a pick. They're unable to right there, but Crazy Man G does have a full railgun, so you just got to keep that charge up for another second, and he should be able to use it. And he did use it, not to any real effect right there, but we do see a couple ultimates from the side of Ohio, and Kent has used a few.
Dexter Pittman's really just trying to lock in on this spear projectile right there. beat drop coming out from LeBron James here first. We're going to see Akusor using his pulse bomb as well, unable to get anybody, but LeBron James is getting blue card pretty early on the fight. Wild Thing using ultimate as a last ditch effort to keep that armor on him. Going to go down in the middle of using it. Still contesting. Kent State still wanting to get as many points as they can from this Lesso fight. And that's what we're going to see from this Lucio right there. They're not going to let him do too much. This Crazy Man G is just going to pick him all pretty handily.
Crazy Man G has one job in this whole team fight, and he has to stay alive and put in damage. And you know what? He's been doing that, aside from that first little point right there. He just has to stay alive in those backlines, just put enough damage in to where he can keep that railgun up and hopefully get 1 or 2 picks from it. And he's done that twice so far this game. If he can get one more first pick, it would really help this OU side.
OU is going to be coming in here with 3 ults. Akusor probably will be able to get that pulse bomb up pretty early. Same with Kozio. They're kind of the same percent. Beat drop will be out, though, to kind of counter any of the ultimates that will be used right there.
Winning the duel with blue card.
One elimination right there. We're going to see Kent State immediately back up as they know they do not have the resources to be able to come for another fight if they dare drop too many right here. Ohio University knows that Kitsune rushing right after they see just the vulnerability of Kent State. And they're going to get that. They're going to probably force Kent State to really rush this point. Maybe not be the most grouped together team that they're going to be able to see. And we're going to see right there a Winston switch just to get the point and get to contest as soon as possible.
Yeah, Crazy Man G did what he needed to do to start off that fight. He got the pick, and the rest of the team followed it up. They just ran down Kent, and they ended up getting enough kills out of it. Nakusora gets a blue card from the Dexter Pittman spear right there, and that'll be enough for them to just aggress onto the whole side of Ohio. Crazy Man G using a railgun here. Might not be enough, though, with that shield in the way, but Dexter Pittman and Crazy Man G both get 1 each. Actually, Dexter gets 2. Dexter Pittman and LeBron, the dynamic duo we've been waiting for on the side of Ohio. 1-1, map 1.
How many of those fights was just started with a Crazy Man G pick?
I counted 2 right there. That's what he needs to do, though. He needs to get that first pick, and you know he's on the hero that can do that. Dexter Pittman can do that all he wants. Mixed success with Orisa doing that. I mean, we saw it right there. You really do have to get that spear and then have follow up. So, you know,
I think that's something Wild Thing has been proven to be just a little more efficient at in these first couple points, especially.
Yeah, he has certainly, and he's been trying to stay in the way of Dexter Pittman a lot. I have noticed that if Dexter Pittman's in a fight, he's going to be very close to him. And I think that's partially by design from Kent. They want to keep aggression on the side of Ohio. You know, they might not know that Dexter Pittman was a top 500 tank for multiple seasons. You know, they might not know that, and they're running into that problem right now. So, you know, we'll see what we can do for the rest of this game. But of course, a very different point here. A lot of high ground, and it's almost like a, what would you say, like Thunderdome almost? There's just a lot of high ground.
A lot of variability, and you just got to have someone just jump down the middle of all that and just be engulfed of high ground and have everybody take pot shots at you, and it's just being difficult to do yourself. And now a blue card trying to take this side angle on this OU team right here, and unable to really get anything out of it besides just kind of a malpositioning for him and his Lucio. We're going to see that right there. A beauty of spear right there.
Dexter Pittman with the kill right there, able to land that spear, and that'll open up this fight for the side of Ohio. You know how we were talking about this being a Thunderdome? Everybody's on point now. Kent was for a moment. They're retreating, though. Akusora does down Wild Thing, and the rest of Kent knows they need to leave. Frosty Knight, Rossi, though, getting 2 picks right there. That'll keep them in this fight. Lex getting 1 more, actually.
That wasn't the cleanest fight in the world, and Kent State knows that. They're immediately right back on it with the Lucio and the blue card. And the blue card's able to pick up water right there. With Ohio University has been able to flip it, so they're going to be able to get these points, and they will have Dexter Pittman there and Crazy Man G, but no supports here at the moment.
They should be able to keep this alive for a little bit longer. Of course, both teams have very mobile supports. As long as both supports can get there, you can wait for a second for Akusor, but Dexter Pittman goes down. I think they're just going to disengage here. They're going to take this 20% and run, kind of like what Kent did on the first map. You know, take the little percentage they can get and then just run out. You know, like you can take an advantage at 20%, and that'll be enough.
Leaving Dexter Pittman almost to hang there in the Thunderdome as he kind of just tries to